Chelsea, Manchester City, live from Wembley. But it's Old Trafford for us, where the mood's been transformed in recent months. The message has been all about remembering the club's proud history. But up next,
we'll have a post-match interview with teacher of the lesson, Mr. P. Stay tuned. So, how do you sum up that lesson and the academic year so far?
Disappointing. I was hoping for a better result. Just didn't quite go our way today. But just got to focus on the positives. The team worked hard. Potential is there, and it's still early days in the season.
Do you see this turning into a relegation dogfight?
We take it lesson by lesson. Unfortunately, teaching is a results game, and target for us this season is to move up the league table. So we do need results. I think for these players, they just need that consistency more than anything. 3-4 different teachers a year, it's not going to help. But I'm here now to steady the ship.
Talk us through the lesson in more detail.
It's been a tough test for us as a class. I was disappointed at the start, thought we were slow to getting our equipment out, really had to rally the guys to get the whiteboards ready, but once that got settled, things started to change.
Yeah, what do you think helped that change?
With a quick word with them, a few warnings at the start of the lesson, but they've got that growth mindset in them now after all the training they've had, and once we started getting those answers, things started opening up and we got back into the rhythm of the lesson.
How have things in training been helping with the big observation?
Well, we spent all week preparing. We've really focused on the basics, really been hammering those times tables. And don't get me wrong, the players have loved times tables, rock stars, and we've had it in the plans for a while now. I was hoping the class would have applied it a little bit more in the game, but things happen and it's not always the case.
So what did you think set you back in the game?
It doesn't always help pre-game when you've got wet play. It's always going to affect the team, and those sort of things are always going to happen. That's why for the first part of the game we were really sluggish, I thought, and we just needed to concentrate. But I feel after that, after that warning, they started to do that.
How did you feel about the sending off? Was it deserved?
I've not seen the replay, but Callum's can be a bit hot-headed. He's had previous, and when that decision's made, you just have to accept it. When you lunge in like that and whack someone else with a ruler, there's no room for that in the game. I had to consult with my assistant referee, my TA, to make sure it was the right decision. But we just didn't seem to suffer once that had happened. Weirdly enough, we seemed to really rally together and things became a lot more stronger, more positive.
Did you feel extra time affected the team?
Listen, you got to do what you got to do. We haven't quite finished the worksheet in the book, so when you see the guys are giving everything, sometimes you just have to really dig deep and go into that lunchtime to get it finished. But when it comes to book scrutinies, the results will speak for themselves.
Well, you've been presented with Teacher of the Lesson. Here's your award.
Cheers, guys. Just want to say massive thank you to the class. This is a team game. Like I said, disappointed not to get the O grade in the observation, but we'll regroup and we'll come back stronger. Cheers.